Can you tell me your full name and spell your last name, please?
Daniel Michael Kelleher, Kellheher.
Okay. And you were in the Army for how long?
27 years.
Okay. And you retired as a?
Brigadier General.
Okay. So what can you tell me about OCS? Tell me one really great story of OCS.
So the experience began, at least for me, getting off a train at Lee Hall Station in middle of July of 1966, having come from infantry AIT at Fort Orden, California, and steaming hot Tidewater, Virginia. The introduction was not quite as demanding as my initial contact with drill sergeants at Fort Jackson, but it was an attention-getting experience. All in all, the experience was fabulous and life-changing, and really changed the azimuth of my life. But the story I'd like to relate is a kind of an interior to OCS unique to Class 267. And we had some characters in the class and some interesting assets. So there was a candidate by the name of John Sinclair, who was a Special Forces sergeant who was in the class, and another fairly sophisticated guy, and I'm not sure where he was from, by the name of John Arbuthnot. And both of these guys graduated and were commissioned. John Arbuthnot had a black Mercedes sedan, and John Sinclair had an olive drab sedan of some unmistakable vintage and name and brand. The decision was made to pull a prank, and so the two cars were rigged up with decal plates of the type that you would see on a general officer's car, but using the symbology, the rank symbols used by officer candidates. So one had 2 diamonds against a red plate, the other one had 4 diamonds against the red plate. Took these off post and then basically came on and ran the gate onto the post right down Washington Boulevard and disappeared. No repercussions. It was astonishing. Maybe the MPs were too embarrassed to do anything about it. We thought it would create a great furor, the great chase down Lee Boulevard or whatever the case may be. None of that materialized. But it was just, at that point we were senior candidates. It must have been sometime around November, December of 1966. At that point we were, I figured everybody was bulletproof and let it rip. So more an interesting tale than some of the other stuff. And I guess maybe sort of reflecting on today's experience in the bus ride around. And I've served 3 tours at Eustis. One as an officer candidate. I was back in the 70s as a Brigade S3 and company commander. And then from 90 to 92 as the assistant commandant of the school. And as we came around the back way past the stables and onto whatever the river road is, and headed toward Third Port, I turned around to the bus and I said, "You guys still have long memories of Saturdays and Sundays running tours up and down the river road?" And you may have not heard some of these stories, but the penalty for demerits accumulated could be as many as 4 tours in the weekend, which involved breaking starch, spit-shine boots, full field gear, weapon, steel pot, and a run in formation for anywhere from 3 to 4 miles. Good fitness drill, but not a whole lot of fun. So, but on that note, let me leave you with those thoughts.
Okay, great. Thank you. Perfect.